from Janabai Shepherd, the second book in the series called Daughters of the Kali Yuga. Chapter 1, Special Delivery. Daniel Kucinich, my saintly father, supervised the day-to-day affairs of our village, but deferred to my mother, Azrael Burke, to make the life and death decisions. Between them, Daddy, steward of the present, and Mother, guardian of the future, they held Shivapuri together through that first fumble winter, a nightmare season, so cold pea froze in your dick, or so says Vic Trethaway, boss mechanic, always good for a laugh. I didn't know back then about the pea in the dick, snuggled inside Mother's warm belly. Mirabai, my twin, and I were oblivious to the cold outside. Likewise, we were spared the horrors of the sickness that laid low our village, a disease Mother called Rakshasa, her defiant insult to the demons who dwell in the dank caverns of our mythology, and whom Mother held personally responsible for the epidemic. On New Year's Day, 1 month after Rakshasa concluded its rampage, sickening everybody, killing 35, including most of the old-timers, Linda Chang, once our best nurse and now our only doctor, declared that the rest of us would live. The demon sickness, sated with human flesh, required no further offerings. More of us must die before harvest, but it would not be Rakshasa taking us below. The surviving members of Shivapuri numbered 183 souls, men, women, children, and 2 16-day-old infants, me and my sister Mirabai, whom they called firstborn, the earliest babies to arrive after the event that destroyed civilization, 2 faint, mewling hopes for the future, the supernatural twins, Janabai and Mirabai. Nobody knew about the supernatural part, not back then, on New Year's Eve in the first year of the Kali Yuga. That was 2 decades ago, when Mother founded New Shivapuri, our second village in Grey Eagle, California. Now we are starting all over again on the eastern shore of Lake Klamath in Oregon, sleeping rough and hoping that we will make it through another hard winter. I am 21 years old, stupendously pregnant, waiting on the birth of my first child. A girl, says Carrie Lynn Fleener, midwife still after all these years. It will be a girl. I would prefer that. A boy will conjure the specter of his father, his yellow-eyed sire, the monster who put this thing in my belly. I want no reminders. Being slight of build like Daddy, this has been a back-breaking pregnancy. How could it be otherwise? Karma exacting perfect balance as always. I have been laid up for 2 months, restless and fretful. I can't get comfortable. I'm not supposed to move around, lie here and think and sweat and stink. I don't feel like reading, so please get Huckleberry Finn out of my face or I will sink my teeth into your thumb. Excuse me. I'm good-natured and easygoing, at least that's how I see myself. But recently I have just wanted to bite anybody who comes near me, like a tick on a dog. So tight am I swollen that I will explode if you touch my skin. Will this damn thing ever get out of me? Sorry for the profanity. I'm 2 weeks overdue. It hurts. I have to pee. I want my sister to sing me a song. I want my daddy to hold me like his sweet little papoose. The only thing that is keeping me sane is this book. It was Mother's idea. She suggested, no, make that insisted, I keep busy by writing down the story of my life at New Shivapuri and of the astounding things that happened to us in the 20 years since the Kali Yuga. I didn't care much for Mother's idea at first. To speak the truth, I didn't think I had the energy for such an undertaking, but you know what? I surprised myself. Once I got going, this book rushed by like white water through a river canyon. I have a prodigious memory. Even so, I can't possibly remember enough of my childhood to tell my story during the early years. Mother says not to worry. She remembers, as do many old-timers. I can interview her, ask her anything, not really. She will send some others around so I can pick through their memories. It's a fine plan, I know. My friends want to visit me, sit with me, but it has been painful for all of us and awkward because of my condition. Not the pregnancy, of course, but how I came to be in this predicament. If visitors drop in to help me with the book, we'll have something to talk about, something to take our minds off the wicked, unwanted lump inside of me. Sometimes knowing what not to talk about is more important than knowing what to talk about. Propped up against pillows stuffed with sweet grass, a fresh breeze blowing in through the tent flap. No mosquitoes this morning, praise Shiva. Here I am writing the book, probably the first book, the only book to be written in the new world, the world after the Kali Yuga, the world of the future. Mother says her diary does not count, being merely the scribblings of a foolish young woman. Mother is many things, not all of them agreeable, but a fool is not one of them. She is just trying to fluff up my confidence with a bit of false modesty. Nice try, Mother. No, really, I do appreciate the gesture. Besides, she's right. Her diary stops when I was an infant, so I'm just picking up where she left off. My book may not be very good, as I have had no real training in writing, no education to speak of after I graduated from the bigs at 10 years of age. But I'm smart, let's get that out of the way. Not a wunderkind like Surrey Davy, but smart enough, and I have studied with all the writers who still exist in their books. Twain and Hemingway and Austen and Leonard and King and Steinbeck. They are my teachers. Blessings on them, Jai Shiva. Steinbeck is my favorite because he writes about people like us, farmers who don't have much and are just hanging on. But I don't understand why Steinbeck's people are so ugly to each other. Don't they understand that they'll get a lot more to eat if they all work together? Everyone has to plow in the same direction. What's hard about that? Now that you know who we were, back in the year when Demon Rakshasa came down, I will begin my own story, the story of a shepherd girl, and what happened in the village of New Shivapuri, as outside our walls the demon Kali waited and watched with the flickering yellow eyes of a tiger.